I thought that they were going to go for something like a Storm. Yesterday, we've seen a couple of pretty decent Storm games. Braille was playing quite well.
And people have been drafting him that way, and I'm like, wow, you're just going to have damage issues. But this game, they have the SF, they have the Venge. They have a lot of free damage. The minus armor from the SF aura. Royal Jelly, super good item on him. The initiation onto the top lane. That's going to be a 3-man gank onto Raven. He is level 6, but the Nightmare briefly saving him, but that is not enough. As you see, really good rotation to pick on this squishy hero like Drow. Usually Drows leave their safe lane when they get level 6 for that exact reason. So they almost like covered the counters for Omni Knight as well. The Venge gives you an extra save, making it so the Omni Knight is not as nearly a juicy target. They are making a move to bottom, pretty much what you have to do when you're down by 6,000, possibly looking for this Rubik with the coil. It snaps, but he's already got the Venge behind him, and they might even be looking to turn this, TPing in Setsu. Meanwhile, Lifestealer just farming up the mid lane. But he's just going to TP out.
Oh, he's not going to be able to get away. Telekinesis will find him. September able to slam down Zephyr. Omni's getting the pipe online. I believe Venge was picking up the helm, so getting these auras together. And that BKB for SF, I think Setsu, he's pretty much got it done. So at that point, when this BKB SF is moving down lanes with the backup, they've not been able to do anything before these items are out. Once they're out, they're just going to look helpless, Geek fam.
They're just, how do you punish this? If you're Geek fam's perspective, do we go on the Omni Knight here? He is under a dire ward. This is a big opening if they can get it.
Let's see if they can try. They'll jump in. They'll perfectly hold on to the silence after the stun. They have the duel, and they will get the kill. Geek fam able to get their first kill on the board this game, and it will be a successful duel for Cuckoo, so that extra bit of bonus damage. Finally able to find something, but it has taken them the 70 minutes. Monet, maybe they can get more. Monet, he's got the rage popped and still has to back up a Super and Setsu. They could turn. Multi-shot's got to be fired out. Swapping for Super to try and set up some action as Dubu will be the focus. Another swap keeping on bringing Geek fam closer and closer to Setsu, so Setsu can continue to try and punch them down. They do lose Super in that attempt to keep the fight going.
So best case scenario really isn't that great.
And there's no chance of a steal by the looks of it. Storm's heading back to base. He has no mana at the moment, so he cannot go for any sort of zip play. An easy...
Oh, Legion got the last hit.
Kill. All right, Legion got the kill on Roche. That's a nice bit of money for Geek fam. It's something. Cuckoo able to snatch away the Roche kill.
So at the point where you are manning up on them, the armor just doesn't end up mattering. Maybe that does have to do with Monet's build, which I was highly emphasizing the armlet and such. Gonna probably find Dubu here. He's trying to give some jukes in the trees. Does feed a courier in the process. SF actually going for the scouting ulti, potentially trying to, when I say scouting, like cancel TPs, in case that the Bane had run that way.
In RNG, they can absolutely start to poke at the high ground right now. There's no reason not to. Setsu is just incredibly huge for this moment in the game. He's already got the Crystallis flying out, so not only is he going to be very hard to bring down, he is going to pack an insane punch for this 20-minute mark of the game. 11k net worth on this Shadow Fiend. He's just had more than a free game. He's utilized the space that he's had to perfection, okay? Trying to have a bit of a poke, see if they can catch anything.
I love it. Saving supports with Infest.
And maybe even setting up a turnaround. They're going to look to move in. Another swap from Super. Drags back Raven. They're on top of them. The GA's pop, so RNG can commit here. Going past the trees and past the barracks. They'll get Raven. Dubu's got to keep his distance. Setsu pops the BKB. K zips into the backlines. His mana's a little low. He'll keep his distance. Cuckoo trying to run him, but no sort of a target that he can open up to, as RNG's just focused down the barracks. And Geek fam cannot push them away. The melee racks are gone. Zephyr tried to jump in to burst down September, but a quick purification heal keeps him fine. They'll lift up Cuckoo, turn towards the Legion. Cuckoo will attempt to run away, and with the movement speed he can.
No creeps.
Melee Rack's dead at 20 minutes in. RNG, everything continues to go to plan.
Looming threat coming into your base, Geek fam, and you're going to have to react. Aegis is going to be expiring relatively soon, but I don't even think they need the Aegis, to be honest. It just makes it easier.
Can they stop? And they've already lost half a rack's top. Can they do anything to put a stop to this one? K's going to go for the zip 4. Multi-shots pop, and immediately the GA's there from Monet. September, he's still alive. Finally, they will be able to take a kill. A buyback from September. He knows that his team's still very strong to fight. He wants to be here for potentially the finishing push. A swap from Super trying to set up, but it costs Super his life. So a second kill here for Geek fam as they start to break down a little bit of RNG, but the three cores are the ones that they cannot seem to touch at the moment. Another jump from Zephyr. Setsu pots the BKB. A second buyback from RNG, continuing to want to commit everything into this push. K does find September. That's actually a dieback on the Rubik. Great moves from K as he picks apart the heroes he can. Cuckoo looks for the setup with the jewel. K's on top. Flywind will fall as well. Geek fam, they found another. They're doing it slowly but surely, winning this fight. Monet goes for the raise TP and will make it out. But Geek fam do hold on to the racks and are able to, for the sort of the first time in 23 minutes.
Because it kind of gives money, you know, 16 out of 100 times it gives money.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle
So he does complete the full Mjolnir on Lifestealer. Blink Dagger on Rubik is getting caught by the puck with the Storm Sphere balling in. This should be another Bloodstone charge. Will they be able to punish this on the side of RNG? They are super low mana on the Storm, but he has a ward to scout out the Omni running at him, so he just TPs right out. Debatably built Halberd before. Now they really feel good about it because they all rely on sustain and healing and not as much on the damage that it used to give. Lifestealer also likes it just because it amps up his Feast lifesteal.
You know, still, I feel you do have to give credit to the fact that Geek fam, they're holding on as they are. And it's another support def, but you look at the fact that this sort of 5-7k lead, it's been there for a while, but if they do mess up sort of as they did on the bottom lane, start to lose a couple of kills, Geek fam can begin to swing this. Obviously, it's so hard because of how big this Shadow Fiend is.
I just love the way RNG's itemizing. When you are playing against this type of lineup of Geek fam, eventually they're able to fight you, which they saw. Now you have to itemize to actually pick them off, which is what RNG did. First they itemized to group up and just walk down buildings, and now they itemized to actually catch people, which they're now able to do.
Okay.
Rubik getting caught in the back.
He tries to go for it. The GA is going to be popped. It's not going to do enough, of course, to save September. He has to get away with it. The damage from Setsu just tears him apart. K will fall. He has got buyback on the Storm Spirit, but the middle racks are gone. RNG will take another. Let's jump in. Silence onto all of them. Buyback from K. He's looking to zip in hard for the cleanup. He's onto Super. Super's going to be the focus. Rec Room will be popped, but K gets himself out of range. Will keep the distance. Setsu falling a little low. Still has the Aegis and the BKB to rely on. They'll burst him once. Can they do it again? Silence on Monet. Immediately removed as he'll turn, rage up, push them back. Can't quite get the kills. Geek fam as RNG able to step in, only lose an Aegis, and now begin to retreat.
I think you might have to ban Omni Knight against RNG. I think they rely way too much on this hero. Like, when I don't mean they only are good at this hero, but they are like clearly very good with this hero. And if you're gonna pick Drow, you can't give them Omni.
On the front lines, Cuckoo. It's going to be saved. K trying to jump into the back lines. The multi-shot doing quite a lot. September's falling. There's be triple silenced here. Infest will be there to keep him a bit safe. Cuckoo tries for a very ambitious stall. Does end in disaster for him as he'll lose the fight, lose the battle. And as it looks to be, Geek fam maybe just losing the war right here as this bottom racks is taken away from them. RNG just cleaning up the base of Geek fam. 14-8, 13k lead, and a lead that they have held the entirety of this match. Another zip in, looking for September, but the Ghost Scepter, he's fine. Super won't be quite as fine. They do stop the Venge, but the other four of RNG, they can still fight on with a man down. They are just that far ahead right now. Jumping again. They'll try for another bit of a poke. Silence onto Monet and Flywind, but they won't get any other kill other than the Venge. All racks are now gone. I think he won one duel,
yeah,
but I think he also lost one duel.
Yeah, it's like you blink in, the opponent has way more farm than you because they've been grouping up and you have too. But oh yeah, Omni Knight has 18 duel damage, as you said. This Halberd just super value, the status resistance, the disarm on these ranged heroes lasting longer than it does on melee heroes. I mean, they're trying, man. They're trying.
Do manage to silence the two of them, but lift up, and K just, he cannot withstand this right click coming out for Setsu, but Raven Cat, he turns, shoots him down. That's a pretty big kill if they could get away from this Geek fam. Turning on to September. September's Ghost Scepter keeps him 5 and out. Zephyr looking to lead it. Cuckoo, he gets the jewel on the Rubik. September falls. 3 dead at the moment on RNG with the Dream Core down. They're going to try and look for another. Monet jumps in with the Infest. He's running away in the creep. They don't have any way to control it. The creep will manage to get Monet back to safety, but Simon, mega creeps are against them.
So what you're
saying, to do some real world
for the
activities.
1% to be successful, you have to kick out the base foundation of the 99%. I'm just kidding. Okay, back to the game.
This
Storm Spirit
is very technical, bro.
I'm going Kyle on you right now. Dubu does go down, does have buyback though. Might have to take one last fight here. Can't let Raven go down.
Oh, nice slide down to the low ground. Can he run away from this, Raven? He'll try his best. Cuckoo is there by his side, trying to keep him safe. He's into the trees, he's trying to hide. Silence is out, he'll turn with a gust. Does manage to get himself over the trees, but Monet's on top of him. Raven will fall.
Oh. They see him nice, the lift instantly when he's TPing. Cuckoo's gonna go down as well.
Cuckoo does have buyback. They have all got buybacks. Raven's already used it. Geek fam, they'll have one more fight in them.
This Omni Knight's got 26 armor and a pipe and a halberd, man. And if you don't kill him, how do you kill anyone else? That's my concern.
Yeah, Dubu didn't need to use his buyback. You know, silver linings.
True.
They've got 2 lives on the bait. But Cuckoo, they're going in on K's going for the back. Let's put the BKB. They'll take September out of the fight immediately. That's 1 down. Dubu does forward buy back. K, he will fall though. Bashed up and controlled. The storm is out for 80 seconds. Cuckoo trying to slide away. Will be able to get away from the reaches of Setsu. And that's a G, and that's the second one there. GG is called. Geek fam will finally tap out of this game as RNG take the victory. Geek fam tried as hard as they could to hold on, but the lead that RNG had, the size that Setsu grew to, it was too much for them to deal with. RNG ahead the whole game, and they'll take this win pretty, you know, that was 1%. That was the 1%, that was it.
What are some of the hard carries we've seen?
Oh, they can take Huskar themselves.
Oh.
No, yeah, they can.
Okay. So...
I'm going to be honest with you. I've been here since that patch came out. I actually have not played a Dota game. I don't know if people are going for the right-click build on in a situation like this on Puck. I don't know if you're comfortable with having Huskar be your only right-clicker as the game goes on, because once they get BKBs, Huskar's right-click is very underwhelming. So if you only have him, the first initiation from Zephyr onto the Lich, getting a little bit caught out of position, does look to get a lot of damage onto Cuckoo, who might be going down in return. And not quite enough. It looks. Oh, the silence is getting in range. Does break the salve, so at the very least, we'll be forcing him back to base.
We're seeing, you know, already 4 minutes in, it's another early lead that RNG are able to get with the situation in these lanes. Both the mid and the bottom being the ones where we're seeing the most one-sided affair as Setsu taking down Cuckoo. The offlaner falls for Geek fam. He's feeling confident with the Fairy Fire in the wand. He's ready for the outplay if Cuckoo does try and get aggressive towards the tower. And even you can see, you know, Setsu, he knows he can get in.
He saw him use Purify, so he's not afraid to just run at him right now. He also just got his bottle delivered.
He's going to be able to throw out another orb in a second.
He's got this, I think.
Cuckoo will run. Doesn't manage to dodge the orb damage, and that'll be another kill in the mid lane. Super actually getting taken down out behind the tower. Sort of, I don't know what he's doing there. A little bit deep from him.
I like that RNG's playing around the Huskar, and I like that Geek fam's responding to it. Both of these are very good.
And Raven has been left alone momentarily. RNG's going to maybe try and punish this. They bring the Lich up to the top lane. Raven is going to allow himself to be silenced. He doesn't have any help coming in at all. He's pulled back by the Sinister Gaze. The Rocket Barrage does nothing to Fly when as he moves in, chase him down with a Frost Shield. And Raven, yeah, punished for farming a little too confidently there. Oh, I mean, well, yeah, before that, it was fantastic, yeah. You get that Deso, and I mean, well, one of the reasons why there was that nerf, that hero was ridiculous.
Surprisingly, Puck is owning this Omni Knight. I honestly think that kill attempt on Lich that left him to leave the lane gave Puck such a nice advantage that now he's in a really rough spot. Right when you said like Dragon Knight's queuing up an item, I was pretty sure I knew what you were gonna say. Is there a better item? That's my main question. Probably.
Now down bottom, a bit of a team fight will ensue. Zephyr, he's going to be safe there, Dubu. Okay. Nice little relocate, taking him out to the side. Will manage to get Zephyr back to safety. RNG is going to still continue to try and chase, see if they can find anyone out of this, but it doesn't look like they will. Maybe Dubu on the way back. He tries for a tether across, but they'll be able to put a stop to it with a quick lift from September, as Dubu will pay. Did at least manage to save his Grimstroke.
I will say it's kind of funny with what I said about Gyro being like their carry and him having to be active and farm. Instead, they're just making it so the DK's farming. Yeah. And Gyro is now on 2-position duty. Is that the winning play? I don't know, but it sounds reasonable, like that they came to that conclusion. K getting the classic why you don't buy a Midas in competitive Dota in this patch. You're just getting ran at, and even if you have this efficiency item, you're not allowed to use it. because you're just dead.
He was so close to having it
I
done
don't even
as
think
well.
he thought it. He might be paying the price on Zetsu, though. Get silenced up. That shield does not remove the bug from Grimstroke. He goes down.
That's a big catch. Can they get anything more? RNG, they will. They'll jump in on Zephyr, punish him. But yeah, killing the pop. Setsu, he's been having a very good game so far. It's a high-value kill.
Yeah, when you look at this draft, you're thinking that storm's coming at like 4 p.m. in the afternoon, but it's noon and it's already hitting, man. It's so early. You're not ready for it. The problem is when you play against these kinds of lineups, you just need to make them take as long as possible to hit that timing, and being afraid of the potential, honestly, just a lot of nuke damage coming out from RNG at this stage in the game. Usually that's not a problem for the heroes that Geek Fam has in the mid game, but since they all had a rough start, even the nukes from the supports can be quite scary. Even Lich maxing out the Frost Armor. Sometimes you see the maxed out Frost Blast.
Setsu, he's going in. He finds Zephyr, who's hiding in the trees. Setsu knew that someone was around.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Just diving in. I mean, Setsu, you know, he says what nerfs? You know, he's playing the puck beautifully. It doesn't matter the talent's got changed. Setsu had a brilliant lane. His execution in both of these matches, his SF in the mid lane in game 1, and now his puck in the safe lane. You know, this guy, he's on fire so far this land. As this action, it just doesn't stop.
Now, if there's that Yules to help his teammates catch up. Oh, they steal the Heavenly Grace. You got your own Omni Knight now.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Cuckoo is trying to turn and run down September. I mean, the Iron Gyro trying to make a go at this, but the Chain Frost is doing a lot against him. GA's pop, but these Chain Frost bounces, maximum efficiency there from Super as he gets the full damage output amongst the heroes alone. Raven's going to be chased by Setsu and September. Double kill for the safe lane puck. As Setsu continues to pull out play after play, Cuckoo will be run down by Super and Flywin as he seems to have no counterplay to the chase that's there. Setsu even sweeps by to pick up the glory for himself. 8-1 and 2 at 16 minutes in.
I just didn't expect the lanes to go this poorly. I don't feel like I've ever been this... I'm as surprised as Geek Fam, I think, about how quickly this game's gotten out of control.
And you know, would you say sort of the biggest sort of error, it was that bottom lane? You don't think that should go as badly as it did for Geek Fam?
I think that going as badly as it did made this game 100% look like it did, and sometimes one misstep can lead to that. But this crucial kill on Abaddon, or Abaddon, excuse me, if they can bring him down before his team gets there, they might pay the price for this. Oh my god.
He's gonna live, Brian.
No.
And Mone's in with the BKB, jumps forward. The bounces of the Chain Frost doing wonders against Dubu and Cuckoo. It's another couple of easy kills for RNG, and not an easy kill at all for Geek Fam. Unable. But the fact that RNG is showing us that they're that much better this series, I'm already looking at this game. I don't know who else here at this LAN is going to really challenge this team. RNG seem to be on another level at the moment.
Yeah, no, they just look solid. It's not, none of these games look like a fluke. Yeah, you could say Huskar's cheese, but Huskar's not an easy hero to cheese people with in competitive Dota. They are just, look at this, like they're playing so well around him, making sure you have to focus him. Nobody else is getting caught out of position. No other targets to get got on. He's just right-clicking away. You're stunning this guy, but he's killing you much faster than you're killing him, and by killing him, I mean not at all.
That's
Triple
true.
kill already for Monet. Oh, man.
Oh, they're
Give him the rampage.
Give him it. There it is. Monet